kick old Pete. Now there's two Petes. Oh, technical difficulties. I need a technical difficulties button. At least he loads in quick.
There we go.
Wonderful. Yeah, Qing... I'm so confused. Qing keeps losing 50 ducats and then getting it again.
What?
He's gone again, yeah. He keeps gaining 50 ducats of taxation and then disappearing.
Is this like an event?
I don't know what he's doing. Is he...
Is it tributaries?
No, I think it might be just his trade company's bugging or something. Yeah, he's losing. He's only making 38 ducats a trade, by the way. Let's look at his trade, shall we? A huge amount's being stolen by Malacca, and he's just frankly not having much goods produced. Honestly, he's not really devved, not really made things.
He's got trade ideas though.
I think he's just finished trade ideas. Literally as soon as you said that.
Yeah, because he's got spare merchants, so he definitely has.
And there we go. That made him a fair amount of money, but it also is costing him one diplomatic power.
Goods produce policy, which is huge.
Yeah, he should really upgrade his advisors because they give him meritocracy and everything.
That's a very good point.
He's using one of his things.
No, he's already got good advisors. Also, his over-governing capacity.
That's completely unsurprising.
As he stated everything. Yeah, he's got a lot of steps.
He's only got one reform to do as well.
He's got so many full core provinces that he can't state though. Holy shit.
Oh, war with Oirat again.
Last reform, +1 admin. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's worth it. Even though admin points kind of are a bit worthless, there's a lot you can do with it. Like stab, obviously, when you're in a big war, going to be a huge thing. Especially
3 stab as Emperor of China is really important.
Yeah, definitely. And even though taxation can be a bit worthless, you can get some bonuses out of it. Like there's plenty of provinces where just putting another tax in would be worth it.
I mean, in his trade companies, it would make sense just to dev up so he can get buildings.
Yeah.
At that point, tax is probably fine. So I see, what else do we have? We've got Hindustan. I'm assuming it was Malaya.
He's taking a bunch of loans, actually.
He's got the largest army. Let's have a look.
He's going to be on 5 loans, which will affect his mandate.
Russia has the biggest army, and then Qing, then Prussia.
He's building 1 manufactory. What the bloody hell is he spending this money on? Is it just really shit events popping up? Is that a new HRE emperor? Joachim Ernst is the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire.
See, that's actually still a really significant event because whenever an HRE emperor gets elected, it plays a role in personal unions.
Does it?
Yeah. Basically, like, have you seen that post on the forums about like?
Oh, is this about? Right.
How every person's on a clock.
Yeah, I know about this.
100-year cycle, and whenever a new emperor gets elected, it resets that.
Right. Yeah.
So actually, the fact that the HRE still exists is actually kind of significant.
Such a weird way they do things.
It's interesting because it means you can analytically determine your probability of getting a personal union in some points, but it's also a pain.
These decrees are really nice as well. Development cost, tax modifier, which for Qing would be quite significant.
Say
He's
what,
lost
Lord?
money again! He just keeps disappearing. What's he doing? Is it just trade issues? Where is it going? What are you doing? What are you doing, fool? Yeah, I mean, part of this is just the fact that because he can't control his trade, because fucking Malacca's stealing it all, he can't put it through in the direction he wants to go.
Prussia has some lovely money issues. Because he's massively over governing capacity. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's also not really built
And that's
economically
with
all that much.
admin. And he hasn't got any courthouses because he doesn't have the money to build them.
Yeah. I mean, he's not really got a huge amount of debt, and he's got no threat either.
True. But
Has anyone told you sound like Alex the Rambler? I can't remember if he's the one that I don't like or not. So I'm going to take it as a compliment anyway.
I can see that.
Is he the one that does the Hoy vids and pretends like he knows what he's talking about and he doesn't, and he
Yeah.
ruins every MP that we have because people come in thinking that he's right and he's fucking not?
No, there's a lot of those. That's pretty much every single Hoy YouTuber. Except maybe the likes of ISP, because you know that he's taking the piss.
I don't think it's ISP. I don't know. One of them I
Definitely
don't.
isn't.
One of them really irritates me.
Oh, you really hate Tommy K, don't you?
I just don't like Tommy K's voice. I'm sure that he's like an okay YouTuber or whatever. I think Alex Arambas the one that I don't like because he just doesn't know what he's talking about, and he talks like he does, and that's what irritates me.
I like all these videos are going to go up on YouTube and it's just involving you like chatting shit about other YouTubers.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to talk to Alex the Rambler. Fuck Alex the Rambler. Possibly if he's the one I'm thinking of.
Possibly fuck that man.
Tommy
I
K
love
is
it.
a shit player for sure. I don't know. He gave me a bad vibe of just being kind of like irritating and not fun. Don't focus on Hanover. I become sad. Yeah, we're sad too. It was such a disappointment.
It's still alive.
Yeah, kind of. I think somebody told me that they were planning on reviving Hanover if you'd played, but never mind.
I mean, it's got a better income than Liege.
This is true. Liege
is
has
one-
not had a
I
great time.
I stand the effort though. Like,
I don't understand what's going on with the bad frame rate, by the way. I'm going to tab out briefly and just close some of my random tabs.
the thing to note is if Liege can form, I know it's vassalized France. Interesting. And this. Right.
Hopefully that'll make an improvement.
He's about to
Come on.
integrate France. and
Come
then
on, there we
reform.
go. Again, every time this happens and I tab out to go and turn off some things to try and make the game run better, I always hover over closing OBS and then go, nope, I need that one.
I've got to the point where I should probably close some tabs on Crow, but
Well, I just closed all of Chrome. I might see if I can make some like graphical adjustments or something.
so I've currently got 42
Yeah.
tabs open on Chrome, and I think that might have an impact somewhere. I don't know.
I'll turn that down. Sure. Refresh rate. Oh, I can't do that anyway, so just leave it at 60.
See, the interesting thing is about this governing capacity mechanic is that there's like an awful lot of land here that isn't getting claimed.
What do you?
Maybe just-
What land where?
Africa.
They just haven't got around to it, is all.
But it's also because both Rum and Rassids are at governing cap.
Yeah, and it's not really great because if you sure you can go and move into West Africa and you can take all this over, but like why? It's just land that you're gonna have to be fighting rebels on forever. Doesn't do you any good.
Yeah, you could trade company it, and
Can you trade company this?
you can trade company every province on the map except ones in the New World.
Right. I mean, yeah, the trade does go north as well, but it's not particularly rich or useful. Like,
Okay, yeah, I suppose the issue is the only person that can really make use of it is Spain or Florence. Because of the way the trade flows.
Well, it goes off.
It-
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's that or it goes to the channel, but like in terms of people that actually can border it.
Well, you say that, but you can get all this going through Ethiopia into Alexandria and then straight into Constantinople if you really wanted to.
That one goes that way, but Timbuktu, which is about half the territory there, doesn't.
Timbuktu doesn't go where I want it to.
It's technically a better node because it's not just an outflow.
Yeah, and then none of Seville will go into Constantinople either.
I really dislike the predefined end nodes.
There's literally no wars going on. Oh, never mind, there's a new one. So there's no wars going on at the moment. What on earth's happening? Yeah, Florence is just invading things. He ended one war and within 3 days was at war with another guy. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the end nodes. It's because of the weird system that Paradox does, because when you transfer trade, it increases its value. So if you don't have a defined end node, if you don't have an end node, then it'll just go on. You can make it go on forever.
Yeah, I understand that.
Japan invading the Congo.
It just is really annoying that, like, even if it could make some degree of sense, like for example, trade in Morocco going to Alexandria could make some degree of sense. I feel.
Yeah.
But it just can't.
Florence, way richer now, 323 ducats. Qing, still not making any more money. What are you doing, brother?
So, who's number one on money? So, see.
Florence.
I can't, the legend doesn't show it, obviously.
Florence, 100% Florence. 316 ducats is Florence. He's making
Yeah,
151 in trade.
You can always check because you can then, in the hegemony section.
The ledger tells me. I don't understand what's going on for you.
Oh, the ledger doesn't tell me incomes.
Malaya actually really quite a lot of dev. And obviously that area is going to be way more dev'd up in the next patch.
Yeah, absurd.
Well, Liege is now integrated France. What does he need to actually form France?
That should be that. I think he can now click the button.
He can indeed. And in fact he has.
Button. And that will actually mean he can now integrate the rest of his vassals almost instantly.
Does he have the cores? He should do. He does have the cores.
Not quite instantly, but almost.
Yep. Let's see, shall we? He might be about to just skyrocket in pretty much every metric. And who is he allied with? Is he still being... He's got no allies. He was being guaranteed. He was being guaranteed by Prussia.
He is not anymore.
Interesting.
France is a monastic state.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Of course, he starts as...
Because theocracies get that.
10% morale to go on top of... Oh.
Yeah. On top of Iran. And then what else was there? Some other disgusting modifier. Yes. Oh. Tier 7 first reform.
Free policy...
Free
culture.
policy +1. What a modifier.
No, that's free policy, not max policy.
Yeah, but that's like +1 to every manor.
I mean, sure.
In a way.
Yeah. But Sweden
is better.
Sweden with their max possible policy.
Sweden, 2 Sicilies, and I believe the HRE are the 3 that I can remember that have that.
I don't remember where that is in these reforms. Possible policy, first one.
Yeah.
Just straight up +1. Mental.
Yeah. It's literally in the most useless place. It's
absolutely
like
crazy.
You physically can't make use of that until so far after you have access to it.
But it is like the equivalent of having like 15% more morale. It may as well be.
10.
Isn't there 15% anymore?
There's no 15% policy.
They were all changed around in like the last patch. I forget what they are.
No, I don't think there was ever a 15% policy. There's a 5 and a 10 for morale. With religious
I thought there was a 15, a 10, and a 5, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's 15 morale recovery.
Could well be. I haven't used that policy in a very long time because it's just not as good as the rest of them. Ah, Qing, huge amount of rebels. What's going on here?
He's revoked land.
Revoked land? You mean from
Estates. That's why it's a bunch of 2 stacks.
Ah, okay.
If you look at the timer on it, it lines up perfectly.
Right. Now his maximum absolutism is 28.
That's fine.
I think he said that he wanted to get more.
More is helpful, but it's not necessary.
Yeah. Yes, what I was thinking is I think that the state privileges are actually better than.
Yeah. Like, because you're not, unless you're going for a world conquest, you don't need the absolutes.
I mean, the discipline's nice and all, but
relative to the amount of privileges you have to give up to get that tiny amount.
Well, it's interesting because you probably want to get it up to at least 60 so you can do the disaster.
But why?
Because then at least you can get like, is it 40 increased from the disaster or something?
20.
You sure?
20 is the max you can get from. So what you're getting from going through that disaster is 1% discipline.
That's true. Yeah.
That's pointless. That's worse than temporary modifiers from a fucking Japanese mission trip.
Definitely true, and the Shinto events are unbelievable.
Actually, no, sorry. Yes, it is worse. The Bushido Code just having 40 armor tradition gives you 1.5 discipline for 20 years. There you go.
I don't know if we can see any of the bonuses from being Shinto. Significant Christian presence. 10% idea cost for 50 years. That's the current one for Shinto.
That's not bad.
Plus they get... Their events are amazing. They'll just give you things like, oh, here's 10% infantry combat ability, and if you pick it later on, we'll give you 20% infantry combat ability for 50 years. Like, oh, cool, thanks.
It's possibly better than Orthodox. The only thing that holds it back is the Orthodox manpower.
I think Shinto is definitely better than Orthodox.
Nah, that's bollocks. Plus 33%.
Okay, well, right.
Manpower.
The reason that Shinto goes way above Orthodox, in my opinion, is because if you're a theocracy as Shimazu is, you get the reform.
Yes. Which gives you 5% discipline. Yeah. Right? But Orthodox can match that. Shimazu isn't a theocracy yet. But also, like, you've got to remember, like, at the end of the day, 33% more men is worth a lot more long term than just, like...
Even after the patch, I feel like mercs still do the majority of the work.
They just don't.
In multiplayer...
Yeah, but, like, have you seen how much manpower some of these people have at the moment? And how much they could get up to?
I mean, it's a difficult choice, but for me, if you can go for a theocracy, then Shinto wins it easily. Because, well, I mean, we saw this with Spain. Like, the quality difference, it wasn't hugely substantial. I mean, yes, it was. There was a lot going on, but even with just a relatively limited amount of quality improvement, he was doing 3-to-1 casualties.
That's not relatively limited. That's +1 artillery fire, and 30% less shock damage received.
It wasn't.
That's not
huge...
limited bonuses. +1 artillery fire is probably the best modifier in the game. Probably.
Blue is saying mercs are hired when you run out of manpower. So, right. Let's look at Russia at the moment, okay? Russia has 354,000 max manpower. He can get that up to probably 400,000 with some... whatever.
Edicts.
Sure. But that won't last for a war. For a
Not at the
relatively good
moment.
war, it won't last. You're always going to end up needing mercs.
Not necessarily.
You're better off just having the mercs be the front line for the most part. The only person for whom this really doesn't matter is Qing, whose banners now are going to be completely mental.
Okay, maybe considering this isn't a Eastern tech Russia, which is mildly disgusting. Okay, it's not quite as strong. But then if you compare, like, look at the size of that Russia to the size of Georgia, Georgia still has nearly as much manpower. And what's going to happen when they integrate Kazakh? It's all Orthodox.
Yeah,
Those steppe provinces. Do you know what that means?
The thing is, so, like, wars late game go on for so long. Yet the manpower makes a huge difference in the early game and the mid game, but late game, I don't think we'll see manpower being a really significant part of it.
But that's because they're not making it significant. Like, if I'm looking at manpower map mode, let's pull it up. Where is it?
I mean, the main thing is just going to be force limit, because that lets you buy mercs. Because money is never going to be an issue because of the way that trade companies work now. I mean, we're in the mid game and Florence is making 336 ducats a month.
Have you seen Southern Georgia on the manpower map mode?
Is there a manpower map mode?
Yes, it's in economic.
Economic manpower. Yeah. Okay, so he just devved the shit out of it as well then.
Yeah, but look at the dev. They're like 13 dev provinces. That's a 13 dev province there that gives 6,000 manpower. Every time he clicks the button on one of these things, it gives an extra 1,000 manpower. And it's costing not much to dev. It's costing 20 to dev it.
Sure, but the 33% manpower, I don't think is going to be that significant. Because as well, because the manpower modifiers are always additive, right? By the late game, a 33% increase is not going to be a 33% increase.
No, but it factors it. It's about stacking it to the maximum.
But with an additive modifier, stacking it becomes less powerful the more you stack it.
True. But it gets to a point where it's utterly overwhelming.
So
if
what
he keeps
is
deving that shit, right? He's going to get to the point where he just has so much more.
If we just look at this for example, right? Manpower efficiency, 274%, okay? So, adding another 30% to that will...
That's including it.
Hey, but it's minus 33% from non-accepted cultures, so... There's an accepted culture, right?
Right.
So we take 1,250. I'm going to do some math, folks. 1,250 times 0.33. This is way more difficult when you're streaming. It's really laggy.
It works out as an effective.
Another 400. It adds another 400 manpower to this, right?
Now think how many provinces that is.
Yeah, but as a as a percentage, how much is how much is 400? So 3,400 to 3,800. That's an increase of like
about 10%.
Yeah. War. What is it good for? Turns out it's Hindustan doing what he always does and just allying everyone that Georgia attacks.
I think it's probably Defender of the Faith, right?
I don't think you can be when you're Hindustan.
He's Defender of the Faith.
I thought it didn't work like that.
What do you mean?
Oh, he's Muslim. Ah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always thought, the Eastern nations couldn't defender of the faith their way into things.
Yeah, Eastern nations can't. Only Muslim and Christians can.
Yeah.
But he's Muslim, so that's fine.
I didn't realize that it was just Muslim and Christian. I thought it was just anything outside of Europe you can't.
Nah. It is. The call is continent locked. So, like, if Mamluks are the Defender of the Faith, they only get the call to arms if you attack someone in Africa.
So Timorence is in What?
Asia.
And Georgia is not in Asia? What? What?
No. But the Timurids are in Asia, and the Defender of the Faith is in Asia.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Why are you at now being attacked?
There's another one.
Did Hindustan just relinquish Defender of the Faith or something? Or no, he's joined. Okay.
And then they'll just wipe peace out.
How boring. Fight, you bastards. Yeah, Prussia's paying off his debt now, quite quickly, quite easily. In fact, he's earning more profit than I think Qing is. No, Qing has actually made some money. Wow, he's massively increased his trade income. I presume that he's forced Malaya to stop stealing all of his trade. Yes.
He's going to want to get rid of a little back note though. Prussia needs
stealing
back.
Some from Japan as well.
I'm also not a fan of collecting in Beijing.
Yeah, what do you think he should collect instead?
He needs to consolidate Yumen and collect that. Because while Beijing is very good, right?
Yeah, the problem with that is it's going to be too easy for the baddies to steal from it. I'm going to have to sneeze, I think.
It's easier to steal from Beijing. You just send in some privateers, there's only 2 cents.
Sorry. Yeah, but the only people who can steal from it are his allies who he can bully into not doing it.
Yeah. But, like, you can privateer the shit out of Beijing a lot more than you can Yumen, for example.
A new idea slot. What do you think he should take?
For Qing?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of defensive.
Religious. Good man.
Okay.
Gotcha conversion cost. The religious unity stuff is going to be amazing for him as well. And then
also, there's a goods produce policy. But...
Yeah. And then, morale of armies as well, because he's got quantity. Oh, and fort defense as well, which he's going to want.
Ew.
What?
I noticed that he had 2 free admin policies. Do you know how he's got hold of that?
What are you talking about?
His government reform. Pick the admin free policy instead of 10% advisor's cost.
That's kind of understandable, actually.
But he's got meritocracy.
I know, but I think that, like, the combined...
Right.
The advisor cost will get so low that it won't matter anyway.
That's only once you've got innovative.
Yeah.
That's quite a while away. He's got to do a mill group next, right? Surely.
Oh, definitely. I can now take the reform when he wants to.
Like this thing, like because he's currently running level 1, 3, and 3. If he gets, what's he got? He's currently got minus 28%, right? If he gets his meritocracy all the way up, that goes down to fucking God knows. It's another 10%, right? Yeah, it's minus 38. Extra 10% from there, minus 48. It's one of those modifiers that just scales better, and he can always promote his admin guy 1 extra for that 10% discount, which literally nullifies the change.
Well,
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I will not be budged on it.
You say that, but I think that going, because he should be on level 4 fairly soon. Advisors everywhere. I don't know why he's this low at the moment. This is bad, and I hate it. Increase your advisors level, you fucking idiot. Because anything which increases... Right, so, hold on. If you can dev a province for less than 400 for less... I can't remember what the number was, but basically you get 0.2 goods produced every time you do a Diplo dev. If you can do that for cheaper than you can build manufacturing, then you're better off just increasing your advisor level.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know the exact numbers, but like...
I worked it out, but I can't be bothered to look it up again. But it was like 90 ducats or something. I think if the advisor was cost less than 6 ducats a month, then it was worth it.
Which is the majority of the time.
Yeah, but if he
up to
leveled
about
up now,
level
then
3
it
or
probably
4.
wouldn't. You should also try and take the advisors from the estates.
He's already got all of his estates privileges maxed out.
What do you need to do to get the advisors from the estates?
You can't get advisors from estates.
You can. There's definitely a way. I just can't remember what it is now.
You get advisor cost reduction from estates as a privilege.
No, there's definitely a way. I think it might be the diet.
Oh yeah, the diet, whenever it can give you advisors as rewards, but
Yeah.
sometimes the quests they give are stupid.
Abolish. Time for Shinto Emperor. Is his emperor not Shinto? What's going on?
Yeah, his dude is probably, he's Catholic.
Oh, disgusting.
I think he will have been given one of those shitty events that
Yeah.
they get.
Japan at war with Vijayanagara. Japanese conquest of the Maldives. Interesting. Did we discuss the way that trade companies work now, by the way?
What do you mean?
The fact that it's now whether or not you're on a different subcontinent.
Yeah, we did discuss that.
So Florence can make all of Eastern Europe a trade company.
Yeah.
Which is silly. It's bonkers, but I love it.
So I thought I'd nip in because you were moaning about my income last time.
Oh, funny you
put it
say
up
that.
It's gone up by over 100 since the start of the session.
Yeah, we were watching it increase by 50 ducats and then decrease by 50 ducats the next month and laughing at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We noticed you've made trade companies as well.
Yeah, I have.
But I also said I'm going to count how many manufacturers he had. Opened the thing and went 1, 2, and then closed it.
I've built a rather a lot more now.
Well, you say that. I think I saw 5. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dear God, you surprised me.
And my income's gone up it's gone up by over 100 since the start of the session. So
Yeah.
I've got a long way to go.
Yeah. It's,
Just because somebody stopped stealing trade.
you are still the third, only the third
not.
most wealthy.
I completed trade ideas, which got me like plus 20% goods produced and plus 30% trade efficiency. So
Yeah.
Oh
So
god, yeah, no, that'll do it.
a lot of that isn't real exactly.
yeah, it's just because I was close to it last time, but then wasn't.
Are you not doing the regular like trustworthy allies acquire subjects missions?
Yeah, I just never did the acquire subjects thing, which should have done.
You get a bunch of trade power and stuff from it and trade efficiency. It's good shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can just make you can make Yi and something a vassal for like a day, you can do it.
Yeah, I'm actually really close to. I've got the plus 10 mandate thing in the bank.
It's plus 20, isn't it? Yeah, it's plus 20.
The missions. Is it?
Yeah.
It's plus 20.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. So I'm waiting till I get up to 100 and get a mandate event, and then
Cool.
I'll take the reform, and then I'll get immediately up to 55.
Are you going to be able to do subjugate Diviet and then the Burma campaign?
Yeah,
They're going to let you. They're going to give you the provinces for it.
yeah. I've just been building on.
Interesting. Okay. And Harmonious Empire as well. You'd need Taiwan for that.
I know. But there we go. I'll ask it at a later time. I might end up with a VC on it, to be honest.
I mean, you could always just trade it back and forth, and then what's this? Absolutism. Absolutism 50. You need for this.
Yeah, which is kind of hard, but I worked it out. I can cut for about 4 of my estates ideas that aren't that bad.
Yeah. We were talking about whether or not it's worth doing the disaster.
Yeah. Because the devastation would be kind of annoying.
Would you get? I mean, you get rebels obviously, but would you get just straight up devastation? I don't think you do you?
At least siege
I guess the rebels would be annoying.
It's just unrest +1.
some of them also do instantly occupy the province.
That's true.
Which gives some
Yeah.
devastation.
Okay. I mean, unrest +1 is going to be difficult considering my unrest right now is -8.
That's true.
And I'm taking religious ideas now because I was between that and the military ones, but religious ideas I'm already tech 18, so I'm 15 years ahead.
Yeah,
Which,
this is the perfect time to take it as well because the next one I think is, or am I wrong?
22.
Yeah. No, the Enlightenment doesn't come for quite a while.
Yeah, but I also get I get +15 morale anyway from religious because of the ideas and siegeability and recover army morale speed. So I figured it wouldn't weaken me too much militarily.
Yeah. And Japan is trying to take the Maldives, it looks like.
They did chat about that.
No, 100% it was the time to go aristocratic expansion.
Because we were talking about manpower and if you can get like a bunch of banners, you'll be golden.
I've got 60 at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Yeah, it's decent. Could be better.
Have you taken? No, not yet.
Taken what?
What's that?
Banshee banner.
Taken the gold. Sorry, the age thing. I just okay.
Just having a look at what the age abilities are. This is a French one with the land fire damage, and we have a France now. If you haven't noticed in the thing.
Yeah, I did hear about that. The age.
I don't know if he's realised yet that he's got cores in all of his vassals, so he can integrate them instantly.
That's pretty nice.
Oh, he can't. He hasn't got the relationship yet. Because they all hate him because aggressive expansion forced vassalized us and then annexed vassal. Okay, makes sense. That's fair. What on earth is this? You might want to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
There's treachery afoot.
Yeah, okay, I'm leaving.
Jon says, being over governing capacity doesn't matter, so he can delete those. The advisor cost. Governing capacity does matter for him quite a lot, actually, because it gives advisor cost. Minor aspect of his economy. No, it can't be a minor aspect of his economy because higher level advisors give him meritocracy, which is a big bonus with the fact that he's got the mandate. Monthly mill power. I should keep that. I just don't think absolutism matters more than a bunch of the other privileges, at least for Qing. So I wouldn't bother dealing with it. Peter, you here? France going to war with the remnants of Sardinia Piedmont. What can I presume he's got cores on like all of this? No, he can't actually take all that much here. Interesting. And this will prevent him from annexing his vassals, most likely. It's actually a ridiculous amount to spend on coring. Oh, what's going on? I presume Great Britain's noticed this now. Florence is also in the war because he's taking over that, and Sardinia Piedmont has taken over Cork. What's Great Britain doing about this, I wonder? His armies are mothballed, his fleet... Come on, you must be able to see the writing on the wall here, mate. You're losing a bit of money. Keeping the fleet maintained, good man. Over naval force limit. Delete some of the trade ships, I say.
And I have returned.
Pete! There's Florentine Cork.
What the fuck?
There's Florentine Cork being occupied by Sardinia Piedmont.
But why is it a thing?
Because Florence is going to invade Great Britain.
And he wanted claims. Right.
But this war has now obviously alerted Great Britain to this fact, and he's now building like 100 heavy ships. His army's about to get destroyed by a random rebel army that popped up. There it goes. Oops.
Actual morons.
And,
how are you going to beat 102 British heavies? How the fuck are you going to beat
He's not. Well, we all know exactly what's going to happen here. Is Spain is going to ship all his troops over, and then they're going to get stuck by the British army, and then Muhammad's going to invade.
He's about to finish naval.
What Great Britain is?
Yeah.
Ha! Heavy ship combat ability, ship durability, all the nice stuff.
He's literally about to get the strong.
Oh, this is just wrong. Jon has unticked embrace Icelandic identity. He doesn't want to know about the mission anymore.
Yep, I think we should clip that, screen it, send it to the Icelandic police force.
New Providence allied with Florence. Maybe New Providence is actually going to take over a bunch of England. Shimazu, how are you doing, friendo? He's got some score for once. Exactly 100 ducats income. Oh, beautiful. But 20 inflation. What are your ideas at the moment? He's not really got many military ideas. He's really just...
Providence isn't going to be able to fight the boat war, though.
Are you sure about that, bearing in mind that he's both pirate and Scottish?
Right, so A, he's not going to get owned combat. He can't get those 2 bonuses, right? B,
yeah.
He hasn't yet got the second one. He hasn't finished his mission tree. So his idea groups.
He is
only
working
halfway through naval. GB has full naval, and in terms of actual combat bonuses, I think GB's missions, ideas are stronger.
Well, he's got. He's about to get morale off. He's about to get morale of the navies very soon. New Providence Island economy not doing too bad either. Actually, how much of that is subsidies? About half of it.
GB's navy has 0.6 morale on New Providence. Obviously, he wants to get the tech. That will even.
The question is whether or not
behind on that tech though.
The question is whether or not Great Britain's going to be able to defend everything. We'll see about that.
I think he's made a mistake deleting forts on the British Isles.
Yep, this is what they were relying on, was the fact that he had a fort level of, I think, 6. Oh, Great Britain is now moving troops over to Ireland.
He's just going to go and stack wipe Spain.
Yeah, that would be rather smart.
That's genius.
Absolute genius. Wonderful.
Spain
And that
has
makes
no
a war
allies.
goal. That makes a war goal in Spain.
Yep. He just has to tank us in the Royal Marriage.
So fucking funny. I love it. Oh fuck.
Spain's on low morale.
Oh, beautiful. And then look at this. Look at this.
He's got
Methian separatists.
No. He's got separate cannons. Like, his cannons are in separate stack. His fleet's there and it's mothballed as well.
Oh, just do it. Do it, Jon. This is the one time you can actually do a smart move. Just get on it.
They've just bought them around.
And GB can get the next tech as well. There it goes.
Go.
Go. Good man! Good man! Woo! No, you can't pause, you dick. What's going on? Unpause. Yeah, there we go. Oh, exciting. Immediate white. Fucking amazing. Go, come on, Jon. If you gotta go out with a fucking bang. There he goes. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Oh, chef's kiss.
That's going to wipe the Spanish Navy.
Yep, that'll be it. That'll be the end of him.
Like, there's no way it survives.
He's recruiting more mercs. Spain is recruiting more mercs down there.
What, in Ireland?
Yeah, Desmond.
That's ridiculous.
I know. Very stupid.
They are going to get wiped. How did
that's because he didn't end up at 50% morale. Very lucky there.
GB knows about the other Spanish stack. I think he probably doesn't have access through. No, he does. Florence has given access to Spain, which has got the 30,000 Spanish white.
Yep, and then there's the Navy again, being an idiot, running away. Oh, beautiful. Glorious. So the current casualties in the war, 19,000 for Great Britain, 90,000 for Spain.
Bearing in mind, right, this GB is 2 techs behind mill-wise.
You can take the next tech at least.
Yeah, but he's 2 techs behind, right? And look at the casualties.
Yeah, and that's it for Spain, I think. I think he's going to have to just give up on that war and accept the nightmare that he hath wrought.
Yep. And now what should happen is GB go and blockade all of Spain, bring up the devastation.
No, he should keep the army, the navy here for certain, but Rum should invade.
I know. He should stop leaving it in the channel because he's going to run out of sailors. It needs to not stay out.
It's going to take him many, many months for it to run out of sailors.
He's losing about 200 a month.
And GB's being relatively smart in not taking the tech, because he doesn't know whether or not he's going to need the naval ideas, or if he's going to need the actual tech. He can take it when he needs to. Spain probably is going to go and try and occupy northern France. But, I mean, the war score is going to be completely in Great Britain's favour.
That relies on getting given access.
I would suspect he will be. But then again, France has obviously cores on France, which Iggy has some of.
In the news this week, France has cores on France.
Bold statements I only found here. Let's see what Spain's doing now. Recruiting more men.
Recruiting up and being blockaded by Liege.
Gel. According to Flory. The one E4 YouTuber or streamer that I do actually like.
I hear money being spent.
Oh, that's clever. Do you see this? Great Britain is invading Asturias to try and kick out
he's not
the.
gonna get away with that.
No.
That's really I admire it, but
it keeps Iggy on his toes and it makes him know that he may have fucked up.
And I appreciate the fact that Iggy is waiting though for the GB troops to come ashore before going in. That's also smart. But no, he's waiting for them to be locked, which is stupid.
Yeah, I was going to say he can just move the ship away.
Now the GB fleet just going to leave.
Or not, he's just not going to... I mean, oh yeah, he did. And yeah, this definitely keeps...
Complain because he thought they were locked, but no, you can move the ships.
Yeah. And now Iggy's just stuck being occupied. He's going to take... how much war exhaustion is he going to take here? It's only 0.2 because of occupied provinces. So definitely not huge, but... Oh, France has taken some more of France. And is now fighting by accident the pretender rebels.
Just got turned off army maintenance. That's beautiful.
I mean, yeah, he's in relatively severe money troubles. Now, is he building forts? Build forts, you fucking idiot. Because they may actually get onto GB. He's got one in Ayrshire. He's got a proper one in London as well.
I actually don't think he needs it. Because this is an offensive war and he's got the war goal, I don't think there's a way that...
Yeah, my concern is only that they get a foothold and manage to recruit a bunch of mercs and stuff, and he's just too far behind on tech that there's nothing he can do.
But they're not going to get a foothold.
They could just by locking his fleet in one place and then managing to sneak around.
That's why he should be keeping in separate stacks, to be honest.
Yeah. Because his force limit should be... force limit? What am I talking about? Combat, which should be about 40, I think, I imagine. Puy France. Yeah, can he start integrating his vassals yet? Opinion, no, he can't.
Also, he should probably get some naval batteries going.
Why would it cost so much to integrate his vassals? Naval batteries.
Because he doesn't have cores on everything.
Yeah, but it says 600 for For Auvergne, it says 600 Diplo. Which sounds bonkers.
Because 3 provinces he doesn't have cores on.
What provinces does he not have cores on? Okay, I can see these 3.
Manchester, Auvergne, and Florence.
So those couple of provinces... There's no way those couple of provinces are worth 600 Diplo. Maybe...
So?
Very strange.
I mean, it's 20 per dev, isn't it? It's 20 dev.
Maybe, but that wouldn't make sense.
Dev. It's 30 dev, so that's about 600 Diplo.
Hold on. But Laborde, he's coring Laborde, and it's 30 admin for 8 dev. There's no way that's right.
Unless has he got negative admin efficiency somehow? No.
I mean, he should have cores on all of Champagne, right? He's got cores on all but Valois.
And Valois is 18, so if you wanted to integrate them, it's 147.
What? That's what? That means then that I thought that integrating vassals was way cheaper than coring.
Oh no, Jack. We're just being morons. Auvergne owns Provence, like as in core Provence territory.
Oh, I see. That still seems high to me, honestly, but like I swear to God, I've integrated Russia for like 1,000.
That's like with admin efficiency, influence ideas,
Maybe.
Like
Maybe I'm just spoiled.
You probably are.
How is his military income? Relatively good. Oh, his military advisor's Churchill. Oh,
look at that blockade.
It's a very good blockade. How much is that affecting Iggy's royal exhaustion? Not a lot, actually. A lot less than I was expecting.
It's because there's not really much value there.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to be able to get enough war score to win the war.
You can get up to 35.
Although here's an interesting thought, right? All of Spanish territory that's look at this, wonderful. Gel is occupying Africa.
Actually, he can get a fort.
Yeah, he can get
Tangiers.
Yeah.
Because the major blockades outside of Ceuta.
Well, beyond that, I doubt that Castile's going to give him access.
It probably would. Overlord's rivalry attitude towards Spain. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, there's no way he will. It'll be a difficult war for GB. Yeah. I mean, what were they thinking? Oh yeah, I'll give Florence a province way too early, and then we're going to go into an entirely different war for no reason, and then I'm just going to have troops at 0 maintenance on the border, and that'll work out well.
Galley. Can you see that galley that's going around the UK?
Let me see. Is it a British galley or?
No, it's a Florentine scout.
Oh.
Those poor twats have rowed from the Mediterranean just to tell them, like, I command, we can't win this.
I just imagine like that order is like you're going, it's just talking to like a bunch of guys in a rowboat. Goes, "Hey up, sir, what do you want? You're going to Britain." I'm sorry, what?
No.
Nation of Castile is requesting they come to their aid in the Shimazu conquest of. What? What's going on here? Shimazu?
Oh, I'm assuming Castile's. Yes, Castile has land in the New World, but Shimazu is attacking.
No, Shimazu's at war with Rum.
Yes, because Castile's a Roman vassal. So he wants the New World land.
Ah.
And I wonder if.
No, Rum is not a shipping troop, so to defend that, he doesn't even want it.
Yeah, but he can't stab hit for anything. He won't get enough war score.
If he can fully occupy Castile, it'll be fine.
Yeah. No, because Rome's got to accept the peace, but I think he'll just let it go.
Unless
It's
I'm
not giving him anything.
Yeah. Oh, it's because Castile isn't technically a thing. A thing. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, because its capital is in the New World.
Yeah, peace. He just gave it up.
Portuguese territory as well.
Yep, smart move. Makes friends with Shimazu. Shimazu, who's going to be, I suspect, second.
Massively over governing capacity as well.
What Shimazu is?
Aye.
I don't think it really matters for him, to be honest. And yeah,
Probably doesn't, but also.
Why is he losing? Oh, he's made a terrible mistake. He's made a big boy mistake. He's just taken over a bunch of colonies. And his colonial maintenance is 428. That's all right though. He can abandon most of them. He was saying basically that because most of the Castilian land is was colonies. He can literally just go in and seize it with a military force.
Something to consider. Have you seen there are 44 Florentine heavy ships just chilling out in the Mediterranean? They were on their way to the coast of Spain.
Yeah, interesting. I don't think Florentine. If I just go over to Florence, I don't think they've got any. No, they've got no naval bonuses, so they'll lose quite easily.
Oh, that's really funny.
That's Defender of the Faith from the war.
He just declares war on Rome because of it. Also, 13 months and Meath goes independent.
This is true.
That is also true.
I mean,
Score. Let's have a look at the score first.
I'm just also looking that the Empire of China is at 99%, so there'll be a new reform soon, I think.
He's waiting on the event, isn't he?
He's just taking it now. He's just going to click the mission button to get it way up, and he already has. Yep, he's got all the reforms now. So the only thing he's got to do with mandate is just keep it going. Score number 1, Qing. He's got both his victory cards. Number 2, Rome, both victory cards. 3, Florence, victory cards.
Oh my God.
The first person not to have all their victory cards is Malaya with 3,400. If he got his victory cards, he'd be.
So yeah, that war that Florence just lost, right? That's dropped them 4 places on mill rating.
That's funny.
Brilliant. I love it.
Meathian separatists enforcing their demands in 9 months. Spain has finally got access into northern France. But Britain could potentially go and invade southern Spain at this point.
Yeah.
And if you look...
There goes the fleet.
Where's the fleet? What's going on?
Asturias.
Aha.
I buy heavies.
Oh, will he get there in time, actually? 28th of November. No.
Definitely now.
No, he's fucked it up. I think these might be Marines, actually.
Are they Marines? Is this mad lad actually made Marines?
I mean, this is the time that you use them, right?
Actually Marines. They are actually Marines.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't just let them die. My God.
Ah, there's an issue. Great Britain has no sailors.
Oh. Other problem.
Because...
Glare is a vassal.
What's that?
Glare is a vassal with forts.
Sure. But I don't think it's matter. The bigger problem is the fact that I think he's created too many Marines.
Did he recruit them not realising that he recruited sailors? No, he's only got 2 regiments.
I mean, he's gone from having like 19,000 sailors to 0.
He's got
So-
2 units. No, I think it is just he's using 900 sailors a month.
Is it?
No.
It says now he's got a bunch of sailors.
He's using 520. He's probably exploited tax death, right? Not either he's cancelled some boats he's building or he's exploited.
Yeah.
Yes, he exploited Hull.
Yeah, but
Either
why
he's-
wouldn't you exploit Hull?
Yeah, he's exploited loads of provinces.
No one likes Hull anyway.
Yeah, God, yeah. Shit. But no, because like what's happened in France has just lost him 10 war score.
Yeah, I don't think it matters though, because I feel like Spain. Obviously, Spain's never going to win this, and Spain's actually losing more money at the moment because Spain's going to
Also-
have to keep his army maintenance up high.
Sending up Spain sent a white piece.
Spain was
But
sending a
also-
white piece.
Also, trade power in the English Channel.
And that's going to be an issue, but Meath is free. Meath is free. Great Britain should go and conquer it immediately.
Immediately.
Immediately. Terrible.
Oh no, guys, the Marines have just occupied the Algarve.
Oh, glorious.
Turns out they're just English holiday makers. And that's where they go anyway. They're so quick.
Yeah.
Speedy boys.
Is this the English? It might also be the English flagship if he's got the disembark thing.
He actually just hasn't. Isn't that a Portuguese option?
There's a Portuguese option and there's a weaker version for everyone else, as with all the things. He's gonna lose a bit of war score from the occupations, but
His flagship has improved crow's nest, so fleet engagement with. It's got the trade power one. And mass load cannons. Interesting.
now if GB can go and send some men to go and occupy the rest of Africa,
I can
because
understand.
there's actually a huge amount of Africa to occupy.
Yeah, there's a decent bit.
Maybe you
It's
can
not-
just pay Japan to do it for him. Just hire some condottieri.
Yeah, but Japan then would have a soured relationship with the Spanish.
Now here's something interesting. Right, Spanish particulars. Can they enforce their demands without occupying any of the mainland?
No.
I've definitely seen it happen before. I'm just curious.
I believe they would need to occupy a fort.
There's no fort in Ireland. That's a shame.
Which, you know what would have stopped this happening?
Building forts.
Mm-hmm.
A
Wow.
request for fleet basing rights from Florence. Florence is, I think, going to join the war soon.
Yeah, Florence is. He's got his heavies in the Straits of Gibraltar. He's brought a galley with him as well.
But what happens if Florence loses
He
everything?
doesn't have an admiral.
GB is seeing this now.
GB thinks that Florence is going to engage on him, but he's actually just going to dock in Fiesque. Spain is building more heavies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Obviously,
Spain is about to get Tech 18.
for what?
Florence has Tech 18. It gives 0.5 naval morale. Florence has the tech and has still got worse morale than GB.
GB can take it relatively soon. What's he missing? He's just missing the institution. He could take the institution at any point and then take the tech. It'll be alright,
Yeah.
I think.
It's something to consider, because if he doesn't realise that they've got it.
Yeah, and then if he can go and get somebody to invade. Oh, that's actually Newfoundland invading Luango. It's very funny.
Absolute chat. Meanwhile, the Newfoundland Navy is also I don't know.
No, okay, battle going on now for some reason. The entire fleet has retreated.
He just can't sustain those sails. That's
Yeah, he's completely out of sailors. He has now put it into 2 different navies as well. Yep, yeah. He's exploiting, I should think.
Yeah. As if he didn't pick the option to install theocracy.
GB's money's not too bad. Spanish money, about the same, to be honest.
To be honest, Spanish money doesn't matter because Florence is here.
I suppose so. But then again, Florence isn't really interested in helping him that much. Florence's plan essentially is to make everyone else die. Which I feel like it's going to go badly for him because he's got essentially no allies.
Have I just tanked?
What's going on?
Am I slipping behind here?
Yes.
Right.
What's happened?
I don't know.
In the worst case scenario, we can just have you watch my stream if we have to.
Because yeah, am I? Oh, my game is chugging.
Mine's not doing amazing either, but best I can do. You haven't moved off of second.
What is doing that?
Yeah, Jon says he sacked 2 allies in him and Sardinia, and they would have won easily with Florentine money, and he's right, they would have. So Florence is kind of just... He's basically abandoning everyone that needs his help. And he's surrounded by Prussia and Rum, and... Like, what is his plan? He's going to try and invade Britain?
I don't understand this. Should I just leave and rejoin?
I'm not sure what's going on, honestly. You can if you want to, yeah. They're saying game taking a shit. It might be all of us now. Dio is a couple of days behind. Yeah, it's going super slowly. Leave just in case it's you. I'm talking about a rehost. Rodolfo holds the championship title because he keeps doing this, but he does it in nations that can actually do it, not in Florence, where he's surrounded by the biggest alliance blocks in the world.
The game is bricking for everybody.
Okay, it's not bricking for me, so I don't know what's going on.
Is it not slowing down? Like
it's a bit slow, yeah, but I mean, my frame rate is better than it's ever been. A new patch coming out, Pog.
Wait, am I booked?
Plenty of people are having issues, and yeah,
mine's now fixed.
Nope, you're still over 6 months behind.